Hello my lovely friends. Today we are going to talk about some August favorites. Do you ever have one of those weeks at work when you just feel like you aren't gonna make it? That's exactly what this week was like. It actually took me a whole day on Saturday to recover. I didn't film anything yesterday. I didn't do anything but wander around and do things that I wanted to do. It was just not a good week and it was not something I could recover from. It just had me like, ugh. So we're gonna go into this video on a positive note on being refreshed, talk about things I love. So because I've gone back to the gym, I feel like I didn't have a whole ton of new favorites and I was really trying out a lot of very specific products to review, like the Flamingo palette. So I had been using this a ton. I'm not gonna call it a favorite, but I was using this a whole lot to test it out, so you can actually check out that review up here. But my actual favorites, and these are things that I have been using for a couple of months, or I have either just got, some are repeats, some are just things I want to talk about. So this was actually a fairly successful month of subscription boxes. I love subscription boxes. If you've ever been on my channel before, you know that about me. It gives me an opportunity to try things I had never tried before. So one of my favorites this month is actually the Wander Beauty Volume and Curl Mascara. It is unlashed. I don't know why I am so partial to this. I talked about this in my BoxyCharm unboxing, but it is just like a nice plain mascara. Like, it just works. There's no frills about it. It just gives a nice natural lash look. It actually holds the curl. It darkens my lashes. It does everything that a mascara is supposed to do without being gimmicky about it. It doesn't like leave that like clumpy volume thing. It just really looks nice. Like, even the packaging is super, super basic. There's nothing crazy about any of it. I've been reaching for this a lot and really loving it. My second subscription box win is the NCLA So Rich Vitamin E Infused Cuticle Oil. I don't have a cuticle oil. I haven't had a cuticle oil in my life, but my cuticles are crap. They're always cracking. I have hangnails like nobody's business. So having started to use this, I've noticed a big difference in that. It's actually helping my nail growth as well. So for the first time in my life, my nails are all fairly long, naturally, except for this one yesterday, which I broke. And what is that? And I broke my pinky and my thumb all yesterday on my way home. That always happens to me. Anyway, I'm really loving the smell of this. I'm really loving the functionality of this. It's doing wonders for my cuticles and making it all so much better. So this is a repeat product, and it's also in my 13 by Halloween project pan. This is the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Ladybird, and I know this is going to be a little bit of a spoiler on where I'm at with usage, but seriously, this is probably the only single, even outside of my project pan, that I have consistently reached for a very long time. Like, I reach for it almost every day. I put it on almost everything, and by on everything, I mean over everything. If I'm doing any kind of look where I just have to go like fast and get out the door, as soon as I toss this on top, I can almost guarantee I'm going to get compliments from people. It's just that perfect topper, and I really freaking love it. I honestly can't say enough nice things about it. My next product is actually something super bougie that I thought I would never ever buy. This is the Tom Ford Soleil Contouring Compact in Soleil Afterglow, 02 Soleil Afterglow. So I actually went to the Estee Lauder sale and picked this up probably about 2 months ago. I had originally wanted to put this in my July favorite, or sorry, oh my god, I think I said August favorites at the beginning. It's my July favorites, people. I was going to do my June favorites and I forgot. Well, I didn't forget, I ran out of time. I'm not gonna lie, I ran out of time. And I had written this down as a favorite. It's something that I had been reaching for a lot in June, and I'm still reaching for it now. The blush and the highlight are beautiful. The packaging is super bougie, but because I was able to get it from the Estee Lauder sale, I actually only paid about $60 for it. I believe regular price for this is like $120 or something super ridiculous. I would not have paid $120 for it. That is too expensive. It is not worth it. But for the $60, I was kind of okay with it. It does come with a large mirror, and it is very nice product. The bronzer is not my favorite. However, the highlight and the blush are very neutral. It really sinks into your skin. It really looks natural, and I really am starting to like that about certain highlights. I want it to look like it's just natural and not like something sitting on top of my skin, and that's what's super important about this. It super, super sinks in. So some of you are gonna find this super funny, but I actually found the Becca Jaclyn Hill palette at Winners, and I bought it to talk shit about it because I like to do that sometimes. And joke's on me because I actually got an awesome one. I've been keeping this in my gym bag and using it all the time. I didn't jump on this when I had it, like when it was out, because it didn't really do anything for me. It was just really neutral. It was something that I could probably have duped a few times. I literally only bought it so I could talk shit about it. And it's awesome. I use it all the time. And it's so compact, and the mirror is nice and big for the type of palette that it is. So I'm disappointed for the people that did not get a good one of this, because this one is actually amazing. So it has the 5 shades. And this was the one that all that controversy was about when they actually pulled it off the shelves, and like Becca got thrown under the bus by Jaclyn Hill and vice versa. And you know, beauty drama, beauty drama, beauty drama. I guess my main factor that makes this awesome to me is that it's very, very effortless for me. It is something I can easily reach for and know it's going to work out. So it's quickly become a favorite, and is super compact for my gym bag. Another palette favorite is the Alamar Cosmetics palette, the Reina del Caribe. I know I've talked about this a couple times, and this came in BoxyCharm. It is freaking amazing. I have been reaching for this like crazy. I've also been reaching for Born to Run quite a bit, but I'm unsure at this time if that's because I was reviewing it at the time or if it's because I really, truly love it and I can call it a favorite. I do recommend it, but I like my favorites to be things that I like love. Not just like I touched it twice and like I love it. Anyway, I really love the Alamar palette. It's a great price. The shadows are crazy pigmented. It gives 4 mattes, 4 shimmers, and they are deep, deep shimmers. Like, they look wet when they are on. One of my absolute favorite things about this palette is the range of type of looks you can get. You can go all matte, you can go all shimmery, you can go super dark, you can go super light. You could do something every day, you could do something super glam. And for only 8 shadows, that's a hard thing to do for a palette. It's hard to get on board with that. The only thing that I feel is missing from this is just a brow bone highlight. I can make anything else work with this. This palette's also really good for one shadow looks, which is also not the easiest feat to complete. So I have one last thing I want to talk about. Again, it is my bullet journal. This has been helping me a lot lately and something I've been really back into. I know I've talked about this before, but I do my own, basically drawing my own planner. So I've talked about this many times. I showed it in my last video as well for my palette tracker, which is at the back, but I do heavily depend on this. There's a little spoiler of some things that may be coming up, and I just, for anybody that is trying to work through anything or if it just feels a little bit in shambles, get yourself a journal, get yourself a planner, do anything, write it down. You don't have to make it pretty, but as long as you write it down and get it out of your brain, it is definitely, definitely helpful. I would like to mention one palette that I feel like is a little bit of a flop. I was a little bit disappointed, and that is the Lemonade Craze by Maybelline. So I know that people have talked about this already. I know it didn't get the best reviews, and I totally understand why. This Old Fashioned shade here is actually very nice. It works very well as a transition shade. Sorry guys, I'm so tired from this week, like my brain will not function. I'm wearing this palette today for the most part, but I also had to pair it with the Zulu palette from Juvia's Place. I also had to pair it with something else, which I can't even remember at this time. Oh my god, my brain, I'm sorry. Anyway, I couldn't do anything with this on its own. The yellow was disappointing. I had to go and get the yellow from the Zulu palette to actually make the yellow stand out on my eyes. These glitters are like, sorry, these shimmers are like chunky and not in like a cute way. So if you're thinking that you want this, I don't recommend it at all. As you can see, most of the shades are very chalky and chunky, whether you're looking at a matte or a shimmer, and I'm just not about that life. All in all, guys, it's been hard for me to pull out some favorites because I have been using a lot of my Project Pan stuff, and I actually think I'm going to finish a lot of it well before Halloween, so that is actually great news. I do have some videos coming up of some interesting products I will be trying out, as well as a few hauls because I've been doing some ordering. I am on the fence now if I'm going to be ordering the Norvina palette. I am getting really mixed reviews coming out. Let me know if you want me to order it. I am happy to. I would like to actually complete the cipher, but I don't want to buy things anymore that I know from the get-go are going to be crap. But that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I apologize if I seem a little bit off. I am just truly exhausted from this week, and I am working on doing a reset. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.